The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, we're on the way.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the...
Messi! Terrific effort, just off target.
Well, it was a confident attempt, and he made it look like a doddle the way he generated that power.
And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Luis Suarez. Out to the left it goes. He has found the way through. Cross needs to be good. And it's claimed by the keeper. Well, Germany, of course, do have a history of producing truly outstanding all-round footballers, and Joshua Kimmich, I suppose, is the closest thing we have these days to one of those past greats.
Agreed, and it's not just about his technical ability, but the doggedness and his refusal to accept defeat. You only need to look back to 2020, two of Germany's top teams going head-to-head.
7 games to go, 4 points in it.
Yeah, what does he do? Goes and scores the game's only goal to pretty much ensure the title stays in Bavaria. Cracking player.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh, great feat, that.
It's Luis Suarez! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Freiburg with the corner, there first. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Atletico Paranaense are looking to go forward now. And this is Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez! Goal! Freiburg! The breakthrough strike. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Freiburg have... Messi! Oh, he hit that sweetly.
Well, that would have asked some awkward questions of the keeper had it stayed on target.
Nedved in with the challenge. And it's Cruyff. And here's Messi. And Messi! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Messi is offering a right smile there.
He can get that clear. Alonso threads one in. Oh, that's a fine interception. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
He's had a shot! He's scored! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And the first half is done. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Atletico Paranaense will be pretty pretty happy with the way they've performed so far. They remained calm after going behind, and they were able to raise the intensity, get their equaliser. So this isn't bad at all.
Atletico Paranaense are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score.
Substitution on the field. Number 13, Costa Curta.
So once again, we're underway.
Number 23.
Atletico Paranaense clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
And he has been fouled there. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Great chance here from position A1.
And it's no surprise to see who's taking responsibility here.
Nedved! Beautiful from Nedved!
As responses to a half-time team talk go, that tops the lot. Of course, it enhances his reputation, and it has to give this team a surge of belief, surely.
Well, that was wonderful in every regard. Vision, Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, that is really good tenacity. It's their second corner of the game. He rises! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
And it's Luis Suarez. Now it's Bale. No, that's been intercepted. Nesta. Freiburg appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves...
Chance for a shot! And again! Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Substitution on the field. Number 7, Cristiano
So, time for
Ronaldo.
changes on
Number
both
9,
sides, actually.
Suarez. Coming on the field, number 11, Bale. Number
And it's
21,
lofted through here.
Dembele. Substitution.
It's a sharp pass. Bale. Atletico Paranaense perhaps contemplating their next change here. And he's on his way. It's Bale! Gareth glittering Bale! About as smooth as it gets. What remarkable powers of recovery.
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
After 68
And
minutes.
that really is so
Number 11,
impressive.
Gareth Bale.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it. An impact sub.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
And it's Kimmich. Tries a measured ball. Header! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
Now it's Bale. And this is Dembele. Oh, he's bustling through here. Now that is a hefty challenge. And that was very necessary. Kimmich. And he's in on goal. That's going to go a long way. Referee's given a throw. And That's definitely not his best. He's a sharp little ball here.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Aimed beyond the defence. Taken back almost at once.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
And it's Xavi Alonso. And it's made its way to him.
6 added
That's
minutes
Nedved.
has been indicated.
Kimmich. Edmilson. Deep into stoppage time. And that's really well manoeuvred. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. This looks promising. The ball goes in. That's that. The end. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get
Hello,
ready to lock
everybody, and
horns.
welcome to
This is
today's
football
match.
at its finest. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle.
There's the golden nugget, that is Paul Scholes, one of the game's unsung heroes.
And nothing seems to change him. All that adulation, he's the same bloke.
Agreed, but on a world level, he ought to have higher status. But he's never been one for hugging the limelight. He just loves being the quiet assassin.
Vitinha. Mbappe. Well read, nice interception. Now it's Cruyff. He's going to be disappointed with that. Osimhen. And it's Vitinha. Vitinha. Nedved. For Messi. Vitinha. Bade. And it's Scholes. Vieira. Now it's Messi.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
Long. Chance to deliver. There will be a throw-in. Kimmich.
At Atletico Paranaense really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Messi. Robertson is always looking to play quality balls. Nedved. That's a cute ball. Not the most accurate pass. Scholes. Thuram pokes it out wide. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Vitinha. And the pass is intercepted. Maldini. Now it's Nedved. Great ball if he can get there. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Searching pass he's played there. Oh, nicely intercepted. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Now it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well, that's well seen too. Tries to pass it through. That's really well manoeuvred. That's clear cut. It's a free kick. And the first 45 minutes are up. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
Goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time.
Substitution for Atletico Paranaense. Number 6, Johan Cruyff.
And we're
Number
underway
5,
again.
Suarez.
Both sides defensively
Number
robust
13,
up to now.
Xabi Alonso. Coming on the field, number 17.
Osimhen really
Bale.
needed to concentrate on
Number 7,
protecting the ball.
Koller.
Then again, he
Number
was being
21,
very closely
Guti.
marshalled.
That's been cut out, well played. Nicely weighted ball. Bale has it in a wide position. Tries to get it clear. Kimmich clears it away.
Atletico Paranaense clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
And this is Bale. Messi.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Tries to play it through.
Atletico Paranaense have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Nice sequence of passes this. He's having a go! And he has kept it out somehow.
Messi is offering a wry smile there.
Substitution for Atletico Paranaense. Number
Atletico
10,
Paranaense
Messi.
with the corner. They're
Coming on the
first.
field is number 9, Ribery. Substitutions taking place.
to get to that.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Oh, super find. Now it's Messi. Oh, he'll be annoyed with himself for not getting there. Cleared without complication. And here's Mbappe. Guti. Could move up a gear here. Now that looks a decent ball. And Dijk calmly anticipates. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Real chance! Goal! And that could well be the winner.
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
India have broken through. It's 1-0.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
Substitution.
Hit into the middle. There's the shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Here comes the cross. Keeper has taken decisive action.
Atletico Paranense really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Out to the right. Fired deep towards... Oh, smashing header! Firm header, just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Nicked it back promptly. Distributed tidily. Threads one in towards the back stick.
There will be
And the
3
keeper
minutes
beats it
added time.
away. Shifted it to the flank. Couldn't squeeze it through. Beckham. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. He has found the way through. And time is up. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides... Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the
Hello,
camaraderie.
everybody, and
The
welcome
fans
to
have pulled
today's
out all the
match.
stops to make this a
Atletico
monumental
Paranaense
occasion.
against Milan.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Who do you think this turns on? Chance! Marvellous goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
Number 10, Lionel
Milan
Messi.
finding themselves unexpectedly behind.
Lionel Messi.
Probing pass. Bullish header!
Messi.
And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Fernando Torres clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Van Dijk cannot be beaten that easily. Messi does really well to win the ball there. And he welcomes it in. Cruyff showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And he's managed to get free. Oh, what a climb! Sticks it away! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Milan grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, there's resilience for you.
Oh, he's been caught napping. Shot, surely! Goal, Milan! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're
Goes for the shot! That's a half-decent try.
very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. We expected better, and so did he. Bullets! Just off target.
Yeah, that's a decent try when you consider the range.
Messi is onto this. And he's quick to snatch it back. And here's Suarez. Rijkaard. And it's Hullet. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. He's going to be disappointed with that. Rijkaard. And this is Torres. He has found the way through. In by Fernando Torres. And it's Rice. Torres receives it in a good position here. Oh, he's been flattened there. It's gone in! He's put through his own net!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
Added time.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
Now then, the ball's come loose. And the whistle goes for half-time.
Atletico Paranaense would seem to still be getting over the OG. It was an honest mistake, and they've got to move on.
Would the owner of a blue car parked outside the stadium gate kindly remove it, as it is about to be towed away? substitution for Atletico Paranaense. Number 6, Johan Cruyff. Number 13,
There's the start of the second
Xabi
half.
Alonso. Number 5,
Well, I think they have to be positive
Suarez.
despite the scoreline. The
Coming
one
on the
thing they
field,
don't want to do,
number
Peter, is give away an
17,
early goal.
Bale.
But they can't afford to
Number
get too
14,
cagey either. So
Raul.
attack with real devilment,
Number
go
11,
for that goal and
Filippo
see if they can
Inzaghi.
unsettle them.
Now it's Bale. Now it's Inzaghi. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Milan can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Now it's Messi. Oh, that's a fine interception. And this is Bale. It's Bale! So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Cross goes in there. Terrific header! No mistake!
Utterly unsophisticated, but stuck away with unashamed certainty.
Oh, it's a fantastic assist as well, Peter. Delivered at pace, the diversion, that's all that was needed.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
That has ended up in no man's land. Now it's Bale.
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
Vieira. Messi. Well, that looks a decent ball.
Atletico Paranaense really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
He's got away. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
Roll! And the lead stays intact, just.
Such a good
Taking
opportunity, Peter. I hope he doesn't end up regretting that miss.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. So a double change here, and both changes are offensive.
Yeah, and it looks like quite a shake-up to the front line. Interesting, we'll see how it develops.
And it's Pedri. Vieira deals with that comfortably. Raul. Bale, a player who needs no introduction.
Minutes has been indicated.
Lam, and that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Raul. And that's that. Atletico Paranaense played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant
Hello,
buzz in the
everybody,
stadium, and the
welcome
players
to
on the
today's
pitch are
match.
raring to go any minute now.
Against Barcelona.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So we're up and running. Gabriel Batistuta, Jim, pretty much the embodiment of the complete striker, wouldn't you say?
Devastating. A great goal scorer and a scorer of great goals too.
And the shot! Oh, glorious! Batty goal!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good. Very good.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. He's on it, can he get away? Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Luis Suarez. Can he get on the end of this? Engages and forces him off the ball. That's going to go a long way. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Vieira concedes a free kick for that. Bebeto.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Ambitious ball here. Spread neatly. No, that was never going to make it. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And it's Messi. And he plays one through. It's Luis Suarez! That was superb goalkeeping.
Suarez clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Atletico Paranaense with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. He rises! Harmlessly behind. Good read, needed to be. Nedved can see things others simply cannot. Minutes gone. And this is Messi. And the finish! It's in! Atletico Paranaense back in business! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Atletico Paranaense grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. That's a little off target. Nedved. Nedved!
He almost caught everyone out there the way he just eked out the room to get the shot in.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Great big chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Nedved. And the whistle goes for half-time. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. The midway point of the game.
Well, for us neutrals, this is fantastic. If you're a fan from either side, it's unpleasant. And as for the managers, check your heart rate.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time.
Substitution for Atletico Paranaense, number 6, Johan
So
Cruyff.
it's back to business.
Coming on the field is number 17.
That's a simple one for the keeper. Lahm delivers.
That was well seen too. Good clearance. Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Oh, good take in a good area. Oh, he's been caught napping.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That's good pressure, closed him down quickly. It's loose now and they want to get it back. They just took too long getting forward.
Messi cannot be that slow, and it took the sting out of the break, and a big chance wasted.
It's their second corner of the game. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Alonso, foot in. Bebeto. It's gone all the way through to the keeper. And that is as far as they're going to go. Out to the right. Oh, easy pickings there. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Aimed beyond the defence. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Lahm getting this one clear. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Atletico Paranaense still have the cards to affect this game. And this is Messi. And Messi! Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Substitution for Atletico Paranaense, number 5.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Number 10.
So, a double
Messi.
change here, and
Coming on the
both
field,
changes are
number
offensive.
11.
It's a bold move. The manager's made his intentions pretty clear. He's going for this.
Substitution.
There's a sharp little ball here. Lofted in. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. And he's had it nicked away. No, no way through. Oh, nicely intercepted. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Nico Williams tries a cross.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
He won't be happy with that one. That has ended up in no man's land. Just 5 minutes left. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, that's fabulous.
Okay, it didn't quite come off. The execution, I think, needs a retry, maybe with a better outcome.
Cannavaro gets it away. Now it's Bale.
2 added minutes
Well,
has been
that
indicated.
might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
So that's it. It is all over. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. blows the whistle.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you can expand on that. And Messi! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Now it's Messi. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Messi! That is some save from Khan. He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Atletico Paranaense with the corner. They're first. He gets big. Tries to get it clear. That's the throw. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, this player, Anthony Gordon, is someone who's really impressed me in recent games. He's very hard-working, quite versatile. He has an excellent attitude, and he just keeps on ploughing away. I'm just curious to see whether he'll be allowed to operate more like an inside forward, because that's when he seems to be at his most productive.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. It's gone backwards.
Modern football for you, and all that pressing.
Xavi Alonso. Gordon. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Shot, surely! Short changes him with that pass. Still goalless. And this is Messi. Well, that looks a decent ball. That has been cut short. And it's Messi. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. And here's Cruyff. He's had it taken off him. Van der Ven defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Now it's Gordon. Looking for a runner. Good ball over the top. It's gone all the way through to the keeper. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
That's a little off target. And here's Cruyff. Now it's Messi. And Messi! And for sure, that was not one of his best. Pedri, Kukçu, Messi powering forward here, and this is Cruyff, tries to play it through, Vieira, now it's Messi, passing nice and neat, look at the space here, Pedri, and the first half is done. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings.
And a quick
What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Atletico Paranaense may probably be feeling a little aggrieved about not capitalising on such a bright start. Their mood at half-time should be more upbeat. The glass remains half full and it should spur them on.
So we Bale! That is special! Gareth Bale!
Well, what a restart this has been. A top player striking early. The perfect fillip to push on from what was a stunning finish.
The goal scorer for Atletico Paranaense.
That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it. An impact sub.
Atletico Paranaense are in front now. The game's only goal.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, He's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Great vision. Incoming to... Oh, what a try! He scores! What an incredible feat! A legendary feat! 200 wasn't enough, nor 300. Now he hits 400. It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came...
And the shot! It's a goal! There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
We have got ourselves a game here.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And the pass is intercepted.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Atletico Paranaense suddenly appear frail.
Yes, from comfort zone to a stage of uncertainty perhaps, and they can't drift into a carelessness or this could get away from them.
Now it's Mbappe, and here's Gordon.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Barcelona really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Oh, super! He's gone for goal! Should have equalised.
Well, at least it's earned him a little applause from the boss. The finish was lacking, but everything else was pretty good.
Now it's Messi, and that could set him on his way. Picked out brilliant. There's the shot! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Corner number 2 then. Oh, he's been flattened there.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Can he get on the end of this? Bergomi wins the duel this time. Mbappe! Real chance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
The message is simple: defend this with your lives. Bergomi clears it away.
Barcelona really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Some really good ball movement. Threads one in. That's been cut out. Well played. Looking to play him in. Can he finish? It is a fantastic goal. Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy. We thought it was over. It's all square once more. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Oh, he's been caught napping. Up he goes. Oh. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. A draw and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2
Hello,
hours,
everybody,
it might
and
not feel
welcome
like
to
that.
today's match.
The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle.
They don't make them like Diego Maradona anymore, Peter.
Certainly don't, and I imagine the plan for his team will be just give him the ball.
Completely. He's a player who always has been streets ahead. So good that managers were forced to come up with unique systems just to try and deal with him. Not that it's helped them very much.
And here's Cruyff. Cruyff will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Alexander-Arnold. Messi!
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Chance for a shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
Bangladesh certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
And it's Messi. And here's Cruyff. And he's picked it up out wide. Fired deep towards the back post.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Nicked it back promptly. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. That has not gone well. And here's Cruyff. Oh, that's a very... It's Luis Suarez! Oh, glorious! That is a special one! A finish right from the top draw. the trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Number 5, Luis Suarez.
So the first moment of real significance.
Luis
Well, this should allow them to
Suarez.
be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Well, that's an excellent interception. And here's the chance to counter. And here's Messi. And this is Cruyff. He's got away. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Alonso shoots! Really well taken goal. And they're at it again in double quick time. The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Now it's Luis Suarez. And this is Cruyff. Oh, lovely bit of skill. And he's managed to get free. And Cruyff! Well, there's contact there one way or another. Oh, it's a penalty. Atletico Paranaense have themselves a chance from the spot. Bayer will have to save it here, or there's real trouble. Wonderful save by Vitor Bayer. Messi aimed in towards the centre. That's going to go a long way. Bergomi. Now it's Del Piero, played out to the right. He's shifting through the gears here. That's really well cleared. And we hit half-time. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Atletico Paranaense clearly have plenty of cause to be happy, Peter, but they'll need to resist the temptation to just sit on the lead second half. The opposition will be doing their utmost to try and get back into this, so they have to be alert.
Atletico Paranaense go in at half-time on a comfortable two-goal cushion. And we are already promptly back underway. Referee's given a throw. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. He's in a great position here, looking for options for movement. Oh, such a clever touch. Big chance! Cruyff. Lahm could try cutting inside here. That has earned... He's gone for goal! Perez. Threads one in. Now it's Maradona. And this is Figo. He has found a way through. Alexander-Arnold gets into some space. He gets big! Goal! Broad smiles all round. It is indeed a fine, fine header.
Yeah, but I think most of the credit has to go for the ball into the box, Peter. Just came in at the perfect time and the perfect angle.
Substitution for Atletico Paranaense, number 6.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Suarez.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Messi.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Filippo Inzaghi.
Now it's
9,
Maradona.
Ribery.
That's a good ball out wide. And that is expertly dealt with. Alexander-Arnold. So 2-1 now, and things have got a whole lot more enthralling here.
Yeah, this is a real psychological test now that will tell us whether one side buckles and the other kicks on.
Ribery going face-to-face with his great rival.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And here's Bale. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Bigo picks it up out wide. He's had a shot!
Bangladesh really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Knocks it into space. Almost ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
Well, that's beautifully weighted.
He's found the way through. Inzaghi! And that would have been game, set and match.
Oh, what a stunning save. Absolutely tremendous, and he's kept his team in it.
And we have our very first corner.
Substitution.
Ball's gone out of play. Xabi Alonso. Ribery.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
It's Bale! Oh, good effort. He got plenty on that.
Bale brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
Good-looking ball.
There will be 3
And it's
minutes
Bale.
added time.
We are into stoppage time. Raul. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Nicely weighted ball. Beckenbauer spots it and intercepts. And time is up. Atletico Paranaense have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game yet to
everybody,
kick
and
off.
welcome to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, we're on the way.
Well, Peter, this is a game where I really don't think I need to spell out who I'm expecting to provide the sparks. The name is Diego Maradona. Not just footballing royalty, I think what's more appropriate is godlike.
Yeah, the name itself strikes fear into the heart of opponents.
What?
And a chance! It's in! Maradona, driving on and making good progress, and this is Messi. He's picked it, he's gone for goal! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Now it's Tura. Nicely aimed pass. Vieira. Some really good ball movement. Neither side yet able to find the net. Tries to play it through. Looks a good ball through. Oh, well played, well played. Lam is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Rijkaard, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Well, the ball's gone astray. Højlund with a definite foul there. Thuram. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Xavi Alonso. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Out of play for a goal kick. Now it's Luis Suarez. Deftly away. And the pass is intercepted. Aimed beyond the defence. And here's Messi. Cruyff, and he shoots! Cannavaro with the clearance. Oh, what has happened here? Cannavaro clears. Now it's Luis Suarez. Maradona. Now it's Højlund. He's had it taken off him.
1 minute added time.
And he's intervened well there. Searching pass he's played there. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here.
To please drink responsibly.
What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I wouldn't say it was the most potent performance, Peter, but defensively, very composed. The scoreline might still be 0-0, But I'm expecting things to open up a bit more in the second half.
Can he finish? And he's done it!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game. But that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. And here's the chance to counter. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Thuram can be a real threat inside the box. Knocks it into space. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Oh, a delicate chip through. Bergomi cuts it out. Now it's Højlund. And it's Belletti. Oh, that's well spotted. Oh, that's superb. He can get that clear. That has not gone well.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist Peter in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
And he's gone looking for safety. Atletico Paranaense have it back and can go again. Lahm plays, climbs up big! And he hits the net! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Atletico Paranaense are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Substitution on the field. Number 24, Højlund. Number 9.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Van Dijk.
Atletico Paranaense are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be
Number 20,
tempting.
Big chance!
Batistuta. Number 7, David Villa. Number
Well, the keeper
11,
seemed to go into study
Adams.
mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
Franz Beckenbauer.
Messi! Messi! Genius! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And they are cruising away. Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
That was magnificent, the way he
Has a shot! And that has kept the keeper on his toes.
Well, talking about playing into your opponent's hands, that kind of thing is not going to get them back into this game.
And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. Kirkchu, and this is... And the shot! And now a sudden chance to counter. Well timed, excellent interception. He's found a way through. He's through and all along. There's the shot! And it's there! Over the hills and far away. No catching them now. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
It's a promising position. Ball driven towards the far post. Pedri. And again, they run up against stubborn defending.
There will be 5
Just seeing the
minutes
board
added
now,
time.
it's going to be 5 extra minutes. David Villa. David Villa. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Batistuta. He's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. And this is Luis Suarez. And that will be the final act. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we saw.
Staff for each block.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game
everybody,
yet to
and
kick
welcome
off.
to today's
The
match.
excitement already palpable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it's away we go then. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have in the past.
Indeed.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Xabi Alonso receives it in a wide position. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Quality ball. And this is Luis Suarez. Now it's Cruyff. Nicely weighted ball. Now can he find a finish? Cannavaro did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
That's really well manoeuvred. And this is Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez. Real chance! Goal! Atletico Paranaense! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Atletico Paranaense are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
He has found a way through.
Oh, really well played.
movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold it.
Drives! Oh, belter! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
He just absolute... And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.
Just a quick announcement, and an exciting one too. We're about to announce today's lottery numbers. Please watch the screen if you have.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Atletico Paranaense.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And that gets things running.
There's very little doubt, Peter, as to where the key supply route in this setup is will it be from?
Of course, it's got to be Denilson, hasn't it?
Yeah, I'm very much the quintessential Brazilian winger of vintage mould, I would say, and I'm sure he'll prove very productive.
And he's got so much pace, hasn't he? And all of those tricks.
The fact that he can play on both wings as well is a really important factor.
Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Xavi Alonso tries to pass it through. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Xavi Alonso. That's really well manoeuvred. Quarter of an hour played. Messi.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Denilson. Denilson. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And it's Guardiola. And this is heads a shot! Goal! Mexico! And it's Mexico who take the lead. What a moment of brilliance. Control and perfect accuracy.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
So the first moment of real significance.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Lam. Cross to the back post. Oh, well, that is not a great touch.
Oh, what a dampener that was, just when we were hoping he'd turn up the heat.
Looking for a runner. Oh, nicely intercepted. Oh, this looks sharp. That's a little off target. It's a searching pass. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Picked out, and Messi! Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Luis Suarez gets on the end of things as a matter of habit. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Costa Curta. Oh, a delicate chip through. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Foot in. Xavi Alonso.
There will be 1 minute added time.
He's a sharp little ball here. Quick look, then climbs up big! And the referee brings the first half to a close. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking.
Volunteers for
Well,
each
obviously
block.
things
Please
are not
report
good,
to the
Peter.
staff
It seems the
immediately.
team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves. Too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Substitution.
Here we go again then.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Passes short and sharp. And this is Bale. Showing good feet. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Atletico Paranaense, different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Guardiola is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Now it's Ribery. Oh, well measured.
Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. That is Stuta! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Almost the perfect move. Almost. The finish just wasn't quite at the same level.
Substitution for Mexico. Number 18.
So, time for
Batistuta.
changes on both
Number
sides,
19,
actually.
Danielson. Number 17, Haller. Number 10,
And here's Bale.
Messi. Coming on the field, number 5.
There's some great running on show
Bale.
here, but ultimately
Number
there was
27,
no way through.
Serginho. Number 22,
Vicious ball here.
Schneider.
Serginho
Number
gets into a good
25,
position.
Sane. Substitution in progress.
Can he spark a counter here? It's a good run down the right. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Beckenbauer. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Sane carries the ball down the right. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Now the... Oh, smashing header! Lam clears. And it's Guardiola. Just a quarter of an hour to play.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Looking for the run. Can he latch on to this? Big chance! Oh, and that is really good tenacity.
Substitution for Mexico. Number 21.
Atletico Paranaense with the
Beckenbauer.
corner. There first.
Coming on the field is number 4, Riker. Substitutions taking
Big
place.
header! And he hits the net. And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Maldini.
Atletico Paranaense grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
Ribéry cross, a mighty effort! Oh, it's in! And that may just do it! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Atletico Paranaense are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert
There
a
will be
defensive
5
situation
minutes
into a
added
goal,
time.
and it's very impressive.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Atletico Paranaense complete their comeback, and now they only need to hold out for a few minutes.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
Van Bouten. And that is as far as it goes. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours,
everybody,
it
and
might not
welcome
feel
to
like that.
today's match.
The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So, it's away we go then. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, there are keepers, Peter, great keepers, and there's this man, Manuel Neuer, one of the few who can claim to have pretty much revolutionised his position, following in the steps of the great Kaiser, who some have said is the only sweeper that was better than him.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Nedved. And here's Messi. Oh, cracking ball. It's Luis Suarez! Luis Suarez! It's a beauty!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
The goal scorer for
Calm,
Atletico
composed,
Paranaense
confident. What a
after
super
8
goal.
minutes
Well, he's a
is
defender's nightmare.
number
You try to
5,
send him one way,
Luis
and he just slips the other.
Chelsea finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Let's make sure that's not getting through. Schmeichel with the clearance. And it's Fernando Torres. The ball's gone astray. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Maldini defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. And he's running through. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Messi. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Knocks it into space. Can he finish? Oh, taken with style. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
After 21 minutes is
So that's
Number
2
6.
now without reply.
Johan
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Oh, there's a probing ball. Atletico Paranaense have got it back and they'll have another go. This looks promising.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And it's Nedved. Vieira. And here's Suarez. And this is Cruyff. Conte. Alvarez. Nakata. And it's Cruyff. Nedved can so cleverly bypass the press. Kante did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Xavi Alonso. Alvarez. Kante promptly onto that, and that is that.
2
Matheus
minutes
Cunha.
has been indicated.
He's on it, can he get away? He's had a shot! And another try! They've done it! Deep into first half stoppage time, a crucial goal! And the first 45 minutes are up. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one.
Please note this
Cautious certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Atletico Paranaense get into the half-time. And the finish! And yes, it's there! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here. Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
This has become one superb game of football.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And this is Luis Suarez. Chelsea are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've...
Bale! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Bale really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Good running, strong and purposeful. Now it's Matheus Cunha. And it's Nakata. And here's Torres. Atletico Paranaense perhaps contemplating their next change here. He's in a good position. Chance for a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Oh, that's a key interception. Nakata, he's shifting through the gears here. He has a look up. And he's gone backward here. Luis Suarez, given the lift of his goal. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Now it's Bale. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
And he's there to belt it away. And here's Messi. Now it's Bale. Might be danger here. Danger averted for now. And that's been won straight back.
Substitution on the field. Number 7, Matheus Cunha. Number 21, Alvarez. Number 11, Fernando Torres. Number
Interception.
17,
His positioning was spot on.
Nakata.
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Coming on the field, number 20, Lookman. Number 9, Mbappe. Number 18, Osman. Number 8, Isco. Number 5, Pedri. Substitutions taking place.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Isco. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. That is good alertness. Added time going up here. It's 3 minutes. And it's Lam. Lam. Hit into the middle. Oh, what a... Oh, he's hit the bar. Played it again. Big header. Oh, that's incredible. Late in the day. This could well be That is a fine goal, really. And we're done. Atletico Paranaense pull through, sometimes by hook, sometimes by crook, but that needn't matter. They have the win, and that's what they needed. Atletico Paranaense leave it late, but in the end, it was great.
Well, this looked like it had a draw written all over it, Peter, so credit where it's due. They found a way to win it.